it's not just about me telling them what works and what doesn't. I want them to be able to isolate it for themselves and for each other. So we do a lot of sharing using a system called CRESS, which stands for, remember it off the top of my head now, stands for Challenge, Reflect, Inquire, Support and Suggest. And so we can use those 5 elements all together at the same time, but it can also be a particular focus. So you might say, right, today we're going to inquire about the performance, we're going to watch it, we're going to ask a question that comes up because you've watched it. Why have you presented the character that way? Why does the character react that way? Why are you staging it in that corner rather than over here? So we can direct the feedback that the students are giving to each other, but also the direction that the students have from us becomes a more uniform language and something that they share with us, so they can move it forward. I think in the time that I've been teaching, there has been a change in attitude, but I think the idea of progress ties into the end goal of achievement. I think students are much more aware now that there is a method they have to go through to achieve something at the end. So it's almost like the end product. It's not that it's the be-all and end-all, which of course, you know, in this day of quantifiable grades it is in some cases, but they are much more aware of the process that is required to meet that achievement than it just being an achievement at the end. I think all the students that I work with, some need chivying along more so than others, but all the students I work with understand that to get from a start point to an end point, there is this progression that needs to be made to achieve it. So I don't feel that there's any students who don't, and I think it's probably easier for them to buy into it because it is a step-by-step process. You know, the progression does work little bit at a time as they build forward, so I think it's easier for them to see how to get the achievement because of that progression they're making through whatever format of teaching is taking place. Huge amounts of sharing. My department are very, very committed to sharing, even across the key stages. So we will have Year 7s coming to watch GCSE work, we'll have A-level work with Year 8s, and they'll watch each other and give each other feedback. Even a Year 7 student can give an A-level student meaningful feedback when it's structured in the right way, so you don't get the "it was good." But there are things that the Year 7s can offer the older students, and likewise vice versa, that is completely meaningful, and it inspires kids to work to a new level and to push to the next standard and to find the techniques that the older students are using so they can get to that point. And we've found it very valuable to create a really strong ethos. Drama's under a lot of pressure at the moment as a subject generally, and the more we can create that ethos of learning across the year groups, and this we sell it as a family feel, and my department is a family. They're a drama family and they all work for each other, and it's that ethos that keeps drama alive and thriving here, because they want to work, they want to see the work of the older students, and the older students want to support the younger students, and they all help each other to progress through their work, which I think is exciting. But we are constantly discussing progression points, what was good, what went wells, EBIs, and it's that point of discussion promotes progress in everything they do. And we're constantly using that language for students to recognise for themselves and for each other the development of their work. Because progress is individual, it's a progression within oneself. The achievement will come as part of that progress for me, and I think that the achievement is the point that they progress to. If a student hasn't progressed, they can't achieve. For me, it's as simple as that.